into conversations with George Michael singers. Anyway, let's.
I know.
carry
Why
on.
do I do that?
Don't know.
No, I was gonna say, shall we call it like? Is it a vlog? It's not a vlog, is it? It's like
Yeah.
it's just
It's me and her chatting shit, basically.
literally just chatting shit. We were just talking for about half an hour. I said we should have recorded all that. It was like really philosophical. We were talking about blokes actually, and maybe we'll pick up that conversation.
Yeah.
Maybe I don't know, however many episodes down the line. But for now, we thought we'd start in the car because this is where the whole seed was planted, wasn't it, Shirley? With the whole show. This is where the show was born, in the car.
Yeah, in this car. Yeah, whilst we were on tour.
that's my
now
brother.
somebody else is calling us on the phone. So
Hold on,
let's take the call.
Let's take the call.
Let's take the call.
Hold on.
Come on.
Oh, it's my brother. His name's Daryl, but I call him Flannel. Flannel!
Oh, God. Supposed to be Joseph.
Oh, great. Wasn't even supposed to ring me. All right, love you.
Hello?
I love you.
Are you going?
Well, you weren't supposed to ring me.
You're still speaking to you now, though.
No, because you're being recorded. You're on video. Do you want to be in my in our conversations with the George Michael singers?
Yeah.
Of course you do. This is Daryl B. Daryl B is a DJ.
That'll be DJ, yeah?
DJ Daryl B in the house. I'm driving at 20 miles an hour. Who drives at 20 miles an hour? It's like,
You, honestly.
well, I have to. I'm in London. I got done with this speed camera here literally the other night on the way
my
back
God.
from a gig. So I can't look.
Oh, you're boring me now. You're boring me. See you later.
Bye. Love
Bye.
you.
So that was Daryl B.
I call him Flannel. I have no idea why I call him Flannel. Why do I call him Flannel? Well, he's got loads of nicknames.
Loads
I call him Daryl B. Rass, Flannel.
A load of old flannel. Is that what it means?
Oh, maybe that's it because he chats a load of old flannel.
That might be what it is.
Okay.
So
anyway.
back to our story. Yeah, we were on tour with another artist, and we were in the car, travelling in the car backwards and forwards to gigs. And
Which was how long ago, Shirley? How long ago was that?
it was like a year or something.
It's a year and a half
Year
now.
and a half. Yeah.
How time flies when you're having fun. It does. That's all we do. We
and
just
when-
giggle and laugh.
And then we were obviously we were talking about George the whole time, and
Not all the time.
well, I mean we did have other conversations, but
That's all we ever spoke about was George. We didn't talk about anything else. It was just George. George.
every time we did, something would happen, like a song would come on or something. It was weird. It was
Yeah.
And then we just thought, should we just do this and make a show of it?
Yeah, that's it. Because there were so many stories. We were just like you were saying to me, God, Joe, you've got so many stories. Well, obviously Shirley has because she's been working with him a hell of a lot longer than I have. But we had two different relationships with George, didn't we?
Yeah, 100%. And I mean, some of the things Joe was saying, I was like, oh my God, tell me some more. Like, I didn't even know that. So, and we really hadn't had an opportunity to work together, on tour with George.
Yeah. We did a lot of gigs together, but I think
And
sessions as well. But I was so young then, and I was so in awe of him. It was
Okay,
like,
she's trying to say I'm a lot older than her.
No,
but anyway.
I didn't mean it
I'm
like
gonna
that.
cut that bit out.
Oh no, I didn't mean it like that. What I meant is that you're like, I was in awe of you because you just, you were. Oh fucking hell!
Anyway,
Fuck's sake!
carry on.
Are you going to cut that bit out?
No.
You're not that much older than me.
No.
But like I was really young. Like as in, I was 20 years old, and
Yeah.
I just like that was my first ever job. Really, my first ever professional job. I went from recording in a studio, Boundary Road Studios, learning my craft. I worked in the studio for like 3 years, not getting paid. I used to eat shit, breathe, cook. Like I was working with this producer called Paul Powell. He's an incredible musician, bass player. But actually he's one of those musicians that can just pick up anything and play it. Really annoyingly talented. But what a mentor. And I'll never forget this. I'd saved up all this money to go on a girly trip to Ibiza. to go with my girls and save all this money. He said, what are you going to do with that money? I said, I'm going on a girly trip to Ibiza, go raving. And he said, why don't you record a demo tape with that money and I'll do it for you. And that was the same demo tape. Like, this is where you make sacrifices, they pay off. So, oh, it's a red light. That demo tape was the demo tape that was played in the recording studio when George was getting his pictures taken by my friend.
Yeah, see, that's the thing with life. You never know. You have those choices that you make.
Yeah,
it just
paramount.
It's just split second decisions that you make. And instead of going to Ibiza, which would have been fun, to be fair. But then
George... So I made up for it later on. I just flip the script.
But that's anyway, these stories that we just like that, we're just chatting and Joe would come up with something else. I'll be like, oh my god, tell me some more. And then so that's why we decided to do the show. Obviously George's songs are amazing, so they don't need any selling really, so it was just trying to get across what our show was about, which is still, I'm sure people don't quite understand.
They don't. I still get sort of, I mean, a lot of people, majority of people do understand.
Well, if you've seen it.
Yeah, if you've seen it, exactly. And I still get the odd sort of DM sort of asking, like, well, who's going to be George?
That's such a weird thing as well, who's going to be George. For one thing, no one can replace George Michael, so there's no point in doing that or having a lead singer.
No, we thought that. I mean, the moment that we sort of this whole thing was born, we never said, well, who are we going to get to be George? It just wasn't even in our psyche. It was about the impact that he had on our lives and that we wanted to share with the audience. Obviously his music as well. But,
it's a story like we try and get this across when we do interviews or radio, TV, whatever, but it's really difficult because you're
timing
dictated as well to what the presenter is asking you. So, and we try and get across that the stories are really the heart of the show, and I think that that is, we've said it a few times, how if that's resonating I'm not sure, but it really is. That's what sets our show apart from just going to see someone, say, who's like a tribute act. This isn't a tribute act.
No, it's
a
unique.
Celebration.
Yes, a celebration
of George Michael and of George Michael's music, told by us
through our eyes.
Through our eyes and through our
hearts.
Stories that we've, all of the times that, how we met George, how it was working in the studio with him, how it was being on tour with him. So all the things that, only we would know, basically.
Yeah. And also just, it was more than that, like when you're being interviewed on TV or on radio, you only have like a little small pocket of time, and they're called elevator lifts, pitches. So you have to like kind of get all your message across in a very short space of time, and it's really hard to do that, especially when you love a good old waffle. Like I love a good old conversation. I do. Another red light. And I think this whole idea of doing these vlogs, conversations with, they're not vlogs, what are they? Just conversations with, just conversations, just chat. That's all it is. We just wanted to we can elaborate on the stories that we tell at the show. We can elaborate on stories that we haven't told at the show. It's a way of you guys getting to know us as well. Jay's not here. He's not on this road trip today.
No, Jay.
No, Jay. we haven't stuffed him in the suitcase and put him in the boot. Or have we?
Yeah, that's the thing as well. It's the stories that we tell on the show. They're a little in depth. I mean, we can't spend too much time there either, because obviously the people have come to hear the music, because that's the most important thing.
As well as the stories.
Yeah.
But do you remember though the Shepherd's Bush Empire?
Yes.
The when we were telling the stories, literally you could hear a pin drop. That everyone was like, you could see everyone was completely engaged. Completely engaged. So
I love that.
I know that the fact that they are coming to listen to the incredible, talented lyricist that he was. They've definitely come to listen to the stories as well.
Yeah, no, the stories they're a massive part of it. And also what we try to do is recreate the songs how George would want them to be played and sung. So it's not like we're doing our own renditions of the songs, if you know. Although we're not trying to sound like George Michael, but we kind of do sound like him, because that George Michael sound that he created is us, because we're on all of those tracks that, you know, all those tracks that you love, like Father Figure, Freedom, Fast Love, Spinning the Wheel, Amazing. These are our voices.
In London.
They're our voices. So, you know, you'll be somewhat familiar with the sound.
What are you doing?
Because it's, you know, because she's cussing people walking across the street.
Oh, I know, but it's like, it's a green light.
So the sound will be familiar to you as well. So that's nice.
How? This would be a good question to put in the comments. How would you feel? Not that we're going to do that for this tour, but how would you feel about us maybe doing some renditions of George's songs, changing them up a bit? Not look at your face.
I'm not into that at all. Well, no, I tell you what, there are some songs that you can add little bits. Like we've added a few things. I think in Waiting for That Day. We added a little bit on Father Figure, but knowing that George would love those changes. Because I remember when we did Kissing a Fool on, you know, when we did Cowboys and Angels.
Yes.
In 2019.
What, the concert at Brixton Academy?
Yeah. The MD we had then wanted to do his version of Kissing a Fool. Now, when we were on tour with George, we did this, and we, you know, there's so, you know, really hard parts, and we learn it all, and then
super complicated.
Complicated.
It's quite jazzy as well, isn't it?
Yeah. And then George came into the room, and then the MD says, "Look, I want to, you know, we've gone over this song, changed it a little. We want to know what you think." I do have some.
Can I have some, please?
Can I just finish my story?
Oh, sorry.
Bloody hell.
Sorry.
So anyway, so quickly, because Joe needs lip gloss.
I totally forgot we were doing what we were doing.
We rehearsed this song, Kissing a Fool, for I don't know how long, ages, and then George comes in, and then we say, "Oh, we're going to, you know, play you this version of Kissing a Fool." And we did it, and it sounded amazing. And then he just went, "No, I don't like it." And we were like, "Oh," and we went, it wasn't our idea, it was his. So we threw someone under the bus. Anyway, we're going to have a quick break because my girl needs her lip gloss.
My lips are dry.
My lips are dry. What?
My lips are dry. My lips are dry.
Okay. We'll be back.
That should be cut out.